Are you struggling to take on an activity that's mundane or boring or something new? So join me in today's practice with mindfulness. Just take a few minutes in your day to shift your mindset to approach tedious jobs like writing reports. I mean, that's for me. Maybe you enjoy writing reports, but just think of anything that you're resisting doing. It could be uh, taxes or budgeting or having the difficult conversation with somebody. For me, it's also washing dishes. I love to cook, but I don't like washing dishes. I love the creative parts of my job, but I don't like doing the more tedious accounting aspects. So just think of things that we avoid doing, or even if we do them, there is this a lot of energy being expended because we are resisting, and especially in situations where we are in an ego depleted state, which is a psychological term that when our limited cognitive resources have been used up, we tend to uh, not have the willpower or the self control to do what is needed. And we feel guilty. We may feel we try to either push our way through this difficult task, or we may just procrastinate and avoid doing it altogether. And so here's a new way to think about this. There is a Zen saying, chop wood, carry water, or the full saying is, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. And the basic idea is that even when you are enlightened, we are still doing these ordinary tasks to live our lives. And the only thing that's different before and after enlightenment is the sense of, or the sense of purpose, or the mindset that we're bringing. So when we approach things from a mindful perspective, everything that we're doing is purposeful, it's aligned with our values, we are connected with what we're doing, and we're showing up fully for that. And when the resistance does arise, which it will, because the mind tends to resist what is uncomfortable, what is boring, what is tedious, it's outside our comfort zone. Whenever we feel that, instead of suppressing it or rushing through it, we bring that gentle awareness to it with kindness and transform that resistance into purpose. What is the purpose for this, even this simple task, like doing our taxes? This is what allows our economy to work, and it allows us, by doing this, to clear our desks so we can do what we really care about. So just finding meaning, whether you're struggling to write that book that you know you want to write, or for me, it's every day showing up to do the recordings for that go with my book, that go with my Deckable app. And so the reminder for today is really chop wood, carry water. So this is the reminder from my book, Return to Mindfulness, from the energy chapter. And this reminder is on the Deckable app if you'd like to explore further. And if you have a few minutes, join me, because we're going to move through this practice just for a few minutes. Think of something that you've been avoiding doing or resisting doing. It could be something simple like washing dishes, doing my laundry. It could be you've been wanting to write that book, or doing the recording, or the research paper. So whatever it is for you, bring to mind something that you've been resisting. And if you like, you can lower or close your eyes so you can turn your attention inwards. And for a few moments, just connecting with your breath, moving in and out of your body. inviting your mind to be here with your breath, with your body. And then bringing to mind that mundane or tedious task that you've been resisting. And even as you think about that task, just noticing if there's a resistance in the body. It could be a tightness in your chest, maybe your breath becomes more shallow. So just checking in with the body and seeing if you can release any of the tension, soften some of the resistance so that your breath can flow with more ease. And now bringing to mind your inner dialogue related to the resistance. So someone has just mentioned answering emails, maybe you have a resistance to doing that. Just noticing the inner dialogue around the shoulds, I have to, just with kindness, noticing the thoughts related to that task. And now listening within to the purpose underlying this task, the intention for doing this task. So if it's responding an email, it's writing a book, it's doing the recordings, what are your intentions for that task? What is your purpose for that task? Maybe it's to share your gifts. Maybe it's to connect with someone with kindness, with love. Maybe it's just because you care. And just noticing how connecting with our intentions, our values, and what's important to us can shift how we see and approach that task. Instead of it being, I have to, we can think about how we get to do something that we love, that we care about, and noticing how that shifts the resistance in the body, in the mind. And when you feel ready, opening your eyes and seeing if you'd like to share in the comments any shift that you noticed when you just think about what is meaningful to you, what is the purpose and intention for doing that task. When we connect with that, how we can move from a place of resistance, and a lot of this is happening unconsciously. So we may be moving through our day carrying that weight of resistance for something we mean to do, but are avoiding or pushing, or we are forcing our way through it. And so much of our energy is depleted in that pushing and resistance. And instead, when we bring awareness to that resistance with love, with kindness, and we make that space, we have an opportunity to reconnect with what is important to us, to reconnect with our purpose, our values. And then we can show up fully to that task, to that interaction, to that email. And thank you, Felice, for your comments and how this can diffuse some of our anxiousness. It can diffuse some of our resistance and stress. So I invite you to use this reminder chop wood, carry water. That's something and especially if you have a partner, you both can remind each other. So when I'm resisting doing the dishes or something I need to do, my husband will remind me, chop wood, carry water. And likewise, I remind him, and we do it in a playful way, not in a judgy way. So hope this was helpful, and I will see you tomorrow. Meanwhile, chop wood, carry water. See you all tomorrow.